Hello everyone, welcome to Rizzo Rink here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We are coming to you live in just a few moments with game 1 of 2 on this Wednesday night doubleheader at Rizzo Rink. I'm Caden Strub, your solo voice for these first 2 games tonight. In game 1, we had the 1-6 Revolution taking on the 0-6 Beer Wolves. The Beer Wolves looking for redemption following a loss to the 1-6 Revolution in a bit of a shortened game last Monday. It was a 6-4 final score, in which both goaltenders were extremely strong throughout the 45 minutes. The Heroes are looking for their first win of the season as well, reaching the 0-6 record. And they will send out the 9-9 Joshua Hammer start in net opposite Sid Johansson for the Revolution, who has looked extremely strong in his service time, for the team in blue, gray, and white. The other side, the Beer Wolves in the green with the black stripes and orange numerics and lettering. Opening the draw is sent the direction of the Beer Wolf offense, taken away by them. Swag that toward Johansson, but then cleared away by a good defensive play of the Revolution defense in front of Flames over to the area. We're up at 3 shortened periods here, all 12 minutes each. As it is extremely hot here in Philadelphia, I would like some ice cream if anyone's here in the arena happens to be listening. If I can get that, that'd be awesome. First shot on target is saved by Johansson. The rebound kick and played by the Revolution yet again. Up along the near boards they come now. Pass backward to the area of Scott Jackson, and Jackson will set things up for the Revolution offense line between the blue line and main circle. Shot clock to 8 and 7 though, so clock running low. First Jackson now to Freer. Freer back to the 47, fires a shot on one hop and sailing it high over a Hammer. Was said shooter into the Beer Wolves take over. We're running with our first ever broadcast with a new mixer and new headsets here, so if anything sounds weird or sounds a little bit off, make sure to let us know. We'll be sure to keep that in notice, or keep that in mind for the future weeks of the PBLA season, which we expect to continue to use this format. Except for we're looking to set things up again for the Revolution offense on the near side of things, but we're able to do so successfully. So the Beer Wolves take over with Ensley around the blue line now. Ensley, the pass toward Domingo, goes over his head, and it's played now by the Revolution. That is Santo Domingo in front, who had an opportunity. So it'll be the Revolution taking the advantage instead. All the way on the floor they go. Fleming over that on the pass. They play up against the far corner. Fleming now has it taken away by Ensley. And the Beer Wolf offense to get back underway. Ensley goes to Mackey. Mackey to the blue line, and now in the near circle. Mackey finds Winters. Winters back space, up in space, looking for help. Winters fires. It's saved by Johansson. Rebound loose in the crease, and Johansson's on it. The Revolution come away unscathed in that possession. 2 minutes gone in the opening period, down below 10 to go in the frame. Scott Jackson again brings up along the near glass. Jackson spinning in space, now firing, pass deflected wide. There, good tap there by Mackey, but scooped up and fired on target by Butkus, but off the iron. He'll sell out of play. Let's say last touch, Beer Wolves, so possession will stay here with the Revolution. Or rather, Butkus, who's button things. Butkus to Jackson. Now Jackson returns the favor to Fleming. Fleming gets to the far side, high off the glass. Rebound back toward us and now pass. Rick goes all the way towards Sid Johansson, who lunges out and makes the scooping play. The shot clock down to 10 though. It has to be a little bit faster now. He does. Jackson did the stick check there. Jackson goes down. Stick a stick straight to the wrist there in between the circles. And Jackson will be down for an extra moment here. We'll take a stoppage for injury in the early goings here. Running clock below 8:30 now in the first period. We're still scoreless at Rizzo in game 1. This had the back here following that brief stoppage. It's a 2-minute penalty on the Revolution. And it is the radiated of Scott Jackson, who's back to his feet. He walked up under his own power, as good to see. Calling him doing now an injury. First opportunity in the man up now for the Beer Wolves is turned away by Johansson. Around the horn, they almost go, but it's stopped short before got to the next target. Andrew Butkus is over to check in there. Second chance down between the circles. They fire to Winters with the shot, and he scores. Winters opens the scoring on his Wednesday night, and it's 1-0 Beer Wolves. be at the man up, a 5-on-4 goal for Winters of the Beer Wolves. So it's 2-0 for the team in green and orange. 7:50 now on the game clock following a stoppage. Now left Brigada against the far board, goes in deep from Mac Ensley. Ensley off to the near side, whereas Tyler another opportunity in front of the side to save that was Johansson, who denied number 92 of Ricky Amorum, who had an opportunity in front. Now back to Ensley, who's always busy on offense. Ensley slices in. Ensley a shot, saved up by Johansson, up straight up in the air, who goes behind the net, back to a Beer Wolf, but then Pride loose and Fear is there for the Revolution. And he'll clear the zone. A big time stop for Johansson, and now Fear on his horse on the main line. Fear to the middle, shot, they score! The Revolution, the answer, and it's Alec Fleming from Connor Freer to even the score early. .45 taking now in the first period, 1-all. Following now goal, and the assist from Freer was Fleming who scored it. Chance now behind the net for the Beer Wolves. Over the top for a reset. Firing home with the 62 of Luke Mingiani. And he makes it 2-1. Beer Wolves with a quick answer with 6:23 now to go. Mingiani pulls it in between the circles, just shy of the blue line, and fires another one past Johansson. Drops in the direction of Mackey and the Beer Wolves. It was nearly in the stick, but he couldn't throw out. And now he's on it. Mackey with the near circle. The beat. Pump fakes a cross-forward pass. He now has to recover following the block. Brendan Reese there for defensive coverage on Mackey. Goes around the more and winds up in the far circle. Beer Wolves ball here. Wolves trying to fight toward the net. I believe that goes backwards for Winters. Winters fires a shot, save made with Johansson. Loose in the crease again for a moment. Because Johansson's able to kick it out of the area. Covered now by Fleming, takes the first pass. Fleming with a wayward pass. This stick takes one hop off the glass in front of us. Puts that up in the air. It's here had the last touch on it. But it is pulled in by Mingiani. Mingiani against the far glass. Goes wide of Mackey, played by Ensley instead. Near circle, Ensley. Back. Waiting for some help. Ensley between the circles again, fires a shot, he scores! 3-1, Beer Wolves, they've come out on fire, and Ensley, it was only a matter of time, he gets his first domestic 5 to go in the first period. Draw possession taken by the Revolution. 19 of Alec Fleming, who backpedals in space. Fleming now gives to Ruiz. He's around behind. Now fires to Freer. He's trying to get right back to Ruiz. He plays it off 2 hops up against the glass as well. Now Ruiz can wait for some help. He finds it in Ruiz. On the 4 to go in the opening period. Brandon Ruiz should push off the bench. The shot clock down to 5. He's backpedaling. Ruiz has a pick set in front of him. Has to fire it on goal. It's blocked down. It doesn't make it there. It's a violation against the Revolution. And the Bureau of Offense will now take over. Bureau of Offense will take advantage of the opportunity here. A newfound shot that's denied. And the rebound back to 17 of Ruiz. The shot came from the 22 of Fiorillo. He was also busy in that 6-4 loss to the Revolution last week. Play whistle dead as the Beer Wolves force a chase down a wayward pass. Against the 42 of Anthony Stranich for delay of game. To the Revolution have an opportunity to cut the deficit in half. First Bureau Premier League today. Reese goes around the horn. Plays it for Fleming. Fleming returns a favor, but it's wide of Reese. Reese has a player off the hop against the far boards now. He'll let Ruiz instead chase it down, rather than Fleming chase it down. 90 seconds to go on the man up, 9 on the shot clock. Shot fired from clear, it's saved. It's one of the first opportunities Hammers had to make a good stop, and he does so there. He will ball with Mackey up against the near glass. Mackey now fires to the 92 of Morum. Morum to the far end of the floor this time, and Gioni plays it. And Gioni between the circle fires a shot and saved, and scooped it again by Johansson. And then gives it right back to the 8 of Buckus. Buckus across the floor again, finds Freer. Finds Freer within the blue line in the main circle. Now back to the top, where it's played by Fleming, and fires a shot, blocked down by a Beerwolf. And hobbling a bit and over the defenseman who knocked it down. That's the number 9. Of Mingione, I believe, and now a wayward pass will go all the way back toward Johansson against the far boards. We get another violation there against the Revolution offense. 2 shots of violations in the early goings here. This one coming from the man up. So the Beerwolves can kill the remainder of their man down. Now at 18 on that clock, 23 on the shot clock. Mackey to the far circle, pressure beneath the net. Mackey looking for a pick in front. He got it there in the former Santo, but he keeps it himself. 13 and 12 to come off at the shot clock, now down to 10. Memory clock to 4. Game clock at minute 23. Winters around the blue line, the shot clock to 5. Penalty now expired. Winters driving, shooting, firing, save made. Second chance in front right. Mackey again, kick save made by Johansson. The Revolution will clear the zone. Hand is up for a delayed call against the Beerwolves. They'll go a man down for a fresh 2 minutes. Somebody off now is Johansson. Will go 6-on-5 in favor of the Beerwolves. 60 seconds to play in the opening period, but only 12 on the shot clock. What can they do at the time here? Ruiz just inside the blue line with NC in close coverage. Now gives for Freer in the corner. Freer, the shot clock to 5. Spinning, shooting, and it is in for the goal. Connor Freer is able to sneak it by the waiting arms of Joshua Hammer. Beats him to his left side. It's 3-2 Beerwolves in the final seconds of the first period. Penalty would have been a 2-minute bench mark for an illegal sub against the Beerwolves, who that is waved off due to the Freer goal, which comes from the 6-on-5 and delayed call. 12 seconds and 11 coming off the game clock now in the first period. One last chance for either side. The ball still goes up the draw. Laspragada scoops it. Laspragada can't corral it now. He's back on it cleanly. 3 seconds and 2. One last chance. He feeds, fires, it's saved. Second chance is up in the air, and it will not land before the buzzer. We're through 12 minutes of play here at Rizzo Ring. 24 more to come in game 1 of 2 this Wednesday night. It's a 3-2 lead for the 0-6 Beerwolves, hunting for their first win. To come now at Rizzo Ring. 12 minutes in the books in that first period that went in favor of the Beerwolves. They lead 3-2. So looking for their first win of the season and redemption for a 6-4 loss last Monday night against the Revolution, who were able to answer the bell there late in the first, as Freer was able to get his second point and first goal of the frame. One goal affair here at Rizzo Rink. We're about to start period number 2. As remaining in net for either side will be Joshua Hammer for the Beer Wolves and Sid Johansson for the Revolution. Opening draw went the way of the Revolution in the second period. Buckus fires to Jackson on the far side. He's right on the floor following a possible wrist injury he had in the first period. It seems not to be too severe as Buckus now has to recover a second bobble against the far glass. Shot up to 10, firing right into the chest pad of Hammer, who now has it caught in his collarbone area. He stands strong there to make the stop, so the Beer will blow him their direction. Very sound first period there from Hammer, who hasn't had a ton of playing time this year. We've been sharing the work with Toby Fedor with his first 6 Beer Wolf games, but Fedor appearing to not be active for this game, so it'll be Hammer all the way, at least to the best of our knowledge. So far it's been Hammer. Let's see if that continues. They pass it, ends it from the top of the key. Goes to the Beer Wolves, though, as they'll keep it on offense. 2 checks to the far glass, now laid down by Revolution defender. And now the ball pried loose and back into the waiting on the Beer Wolf player before the horn goes off for a shot clock violation. Is Spiro, the last one to touch it. Out 15 now gone in the second period. Alec Fleming take hold of the main circle. Give for Freer, already had the 2-point first period, as you mentioned earlier. Freer, the main circle, now back to the top. Just played on a hop by Alec Fleming. Back to Freer. 8 shot clock to 8 and now 7. Freer backpedaling. And now shot comes back to 7. Goes at top now. He's touching down again. Sitting with for Jackson goes wide. And the ball went up in the hands of the Beer just before the horn. Moving a violation anyway, and so Ensley and Co take it up. Ensley to the main line, winding and firing, and scoring. Back Ensley for the second time today, makes it 4-2 Beer Wolves as they double their lead. Second goal for Ensley. He scored back-to-back now for his team's offense, so they come roughly 7 minutes apart. That mini drought, no matter for the Beer Wolf offense that has been rolling so far with 4 goals already. Backwards pass now in for another Beer Wolf touch in with a shot. It's denied. Second chance to pop loose, and it's wide with 2 different sticks, one for either side. Then said played off by Amora. Ricky Amora sends that wide. Second chance loose in the middle. It's a 40 of Robert Williams in the next turn of the way. He couldn't do so cleanly into the 91. The Foster then got in there, but it seems like a penalty will be assessed before Foster got there. 2-minute bench liner for an illegal sub will be the call against the Beer Wolves. So the Revolution, who scored a 6-on-5 at the end of the first period, that is Freer's goal. The Baker and delayed call, it's not a formal power play goal, but an opportunity to get their first power play goal of the day. Bucket Reese, who then gives it back to Freer and back to Reese to the top. Jackson in the mix, and now he goes down low to Alex Fleming. Back to Jackson. To Reese in the far circle. Reese now in deep for Freer, who bobbled it, had a chance in front, but it was knocked away by Mackey. And good stand-up defense play there by the Beer Wolves. It's second to the board there as Mackey's tied up. Second up high now as Mackey still fighting hard for the ball. Ball still loose down the main floor. He knocks it across the midline. That'll be a violation again. If Beer Wolves maybe for an extra push there at the end of the play, not entirely sure, and have a good look at it. So the B Revolution ball nonetheless, that is the important thing. 8:20 to play now in the second period. A 4-2 margin in favor of the Beer Wolf offense. As Reese gives us a Freer in the near circle. Freer floats it back to Reese. Shot is blocked and sent wide at the corner. Rebound back to Mackey. So the Beer Wolf now take over as Mackey will hustle his way down along the far boards. Mackey shooting in with a shot. It's getting saved made by Johansson. And the rebound to the corner. Screwed up 2 by the 62 of Mingione. And Mingione back behind the net and Mackey, who's forced into a corner and now has to reset it, but just took Mingione for a second time. Mingione has a lane, fires, it is off the iron. Did it go? It did not. As Johansson is able to get an pad on it and pin it in the back of his leg pad, it looks like. So maybe some help from the iron there on deflection, but it is kept out. No harm, no foul for the Beerwolf defense because their penalty kill, looking at capital power penalty, the power play has now likely come up empty for the full 2 minutes as the final seconds will pick off in that man up. 7-10 now in the second period. Margin still stays at 4-2 with there. Jackson, the far glass, had to pry that one loose and couldn't get it to his intended target. And literally breakaway there for Morum. The blue scooped up instead by Revolution player, and it's 19 of Fleming. Coming back to Ruiz. Ruiz hit there, stick down on Morum, who had the ball but lost from his grasp. He's back on Kinley. He's forced to reset here as Morum came streaking in toward Johansson. Both had a clean chance on goal, but because of the shot clock violation against the Revolution, he is forced to reset there as a place where he scooped it. So now 5-on-5 offensive zone as both sides forced to reset. Mackey to Laspergata. Laspergata goes in deep. Finds Frank Haney, who was also busy last week. Haney wide of Laspergata and plays on the hop in front of his own bench. Laspergata fires a block down, rebound back to Laspergata, shot number 7 now. They go in deep again with Haney, who winds up, fires a shot that's deflected back. They go off the glass in front of us and then toward the arms of Hammer. The shot clock will be reset as that one was on target and saved by Johansson. But already, right now, before we reset to 30, there's already 10 seconds that came off of it, but it will be a fresh 50 now on the clock for the Beerwolves. And now comes down to 20. Some time to work with, though. Charging in, firing a shot saved made by Johansson. The shooter was Timothy Clark. Clark looking to return the favor here. He goes wide to Mackey. Now pass across to Haney. Fires wide off the far glass at the top of the ceiling as well. And out of play. Best touch Beerwolves. Now timeout will be called along the near boards by the Revolution. 5 and hit the play in the second period. 4-2 the lead in favor of the Beerwolves, who again look for their first win of the season. Now to play in the second period. 4-2 Beerwolves lead on offense. Around the horn they go. The pass now to Reese. Now from Ruiz, it's Reese. He drifts around the main circle. Looking a couple margin and half yet again. Another low scoring affair that we saw in their first meeting of the season. Target shot on target is denied. Rebound came back out to Jason Jones on defense, but a hand is up for the late call. That will go against the Beerwolves here as Jones scooped it up. 5 flat to play in the second period. The Revolution with an opportunity now to get back within 1 on the man up for a second time. So Ryan Mackey gets called for the 2-minute minor for holding his stick against the Beerwolves. So that push Revolution officially up a man for the next 2 minutes as Reese takes it in space at the top of the inner circle. Now goes to Ruiz in the main line. Ruiz on a hop. Fires to the 3-7 of Boyles. David Boyles to Freer. Freer whips one on target with a great pass. Hammer did it up back of the net as a move behind Hammer, but he does make the stop there. And now Bowman coaches up before. Bowman, one hot chance in front. Opportunity with the shot is denied. 62 there at Mangione. Had a great look in front of Johansson. Now Johansson finds from Gordon a long ball. Freer in the near circle. Trying to make Loman miss, but Loman stands strong. It's good defense played by the Beerwolves. Wait for section numbers now. The Revolution will get him here. Butkus and Freer in the mix, as well as 17 on Ruiz, who found Freer. Now back to Butkus. Jigs in front, and it's rattled in and out. As Butkus had to scoop it along the near corner. Couldn't get it cleanly. It will be a violation against the Revolution as well, and the Beerwolves will take over. 36 seconds remaining now, and the man out for the Revolution, but the Bureau's offensive health is off for the moment. Nice for Dalla, plays it on a few hops around the main line. Gives it back to Foster, who's thinking to target the last pass. Chance in front here is denied. As again, it was Mingione who had an opportunity yet. Likely one last chance here on the man up for the Revolution. They're 0 for 2 so far. They scored on 6 on high for a delayed call earlier. And since those few moments, they have not done too much in their opportunities. 7 seconds to 6 now, as Freer will have one last look for the Revolution. Freer back to the top. Ruiz winds, fires, and puts it on target, but it was blocked. The Heroes take it away, and they kill a second penalty. Spinning in space now, finding a man in the middle is Freer. Low with a shot, last for Gala is denied by Johansson. And the rebound coming right back after the corner. Played by Heaney. In front they go. Shot again saved. An opportunity back to Revolution. Once more it's Ruiz, forces slow the pace. Ruiz dodges a man, now fires to the far side. Butkus doesn't need a hop to play it. Does so here at 2.5 in the second period rather. Butkus tied up, ball jarred loose, and then got right back in his step as Fiorillo was there in the mix, waiting at the doorstep, but could not capitalize. Johansson will play the ground ball all the way back in his own net. Tough off the 3. Johansson will heave on all the way down and one hop off the glass. And into no man's land and no harm's way for the Bureau's, who will return to the offensive side of things here. Play whistle dead, and we'll see for the timeout called, and it appears there was by the Beerwolves side. 2:07 to play in the second, a 4-2 lead for the Beerwolves. As we are in a low scoring second period here, but a very sound job today by Joshua Hammer and Sid Johansson thus far. 2:07 to play in the second. A 4-2 leader remains. The Beerwolves are coming out of their first time out of the second period. Only one goal scored in the frame. That was Matt Ensley very early on. And none by either side for the last 8 minutes or so. Shot on target that was saved. Rebound came back after the Beerwolves. Misplay by Revolution player as well. Until Johansson is forced to grab a loose change in front of the net. Johansson now out of his net, up before he goes to David Boyles. Boyles spins back to the boards and now gives for Reese. Bringing Reese out across for Freer, who's forced to scoop it in the far circle, and Freer couldn't get it cleanly. So it's taken away by Hammer and the Beerwolf defense, who then sends it off the boards and puts it right on target on Johansson. So a quick touch and go there for the Beerwolves offense, I guess you would call it, is Revolution. The Revolution will take it away, with Johansson leading the charge. He finds Freer. Near circle, and now right back. As the 19 of Fleming now has it. Fleming on one hop, puts it on target, though saved by Hammer. Peeked at the corner though, as the shot clock reset to 30. Played by the Beerwolves nearly, and now cleanly they'll take the Winters. Winters with a 2-on-1 opportunity himself. Opportunity now for Mingione, puts that one wide. And the rebound comes right back toward the Beerwolf bench. Finish up off, there were 2 different Beerwolves defensemen. But it says take away by Freer Revolution. Freer chance in front, saved by Ruiz. Second chance is in there and saved by Hammer. As Ruiz again couldn't put that on the doorstep. Ensley launches that one length of the floor, but it's a little bit high of Timothy Clark. So played by Butkus instead, with 30 on the game clock in the second period. Butkus within the circle, puts that one high over the shoulder of Hammer. Trying to get the loose change behind the net, he can't. And tie up there with number 12 of Murdoch. Murdoch winning the battle so far. 20 seconds to play in the second period. And it's finally quiet side of your Wolves. Shot clock now turned off as Ensley has possession. Ensley is shot saved. Johansson rebound loose in the crease. Johansson's on it. And he'll keep it out and unscathed. 6 seconds and 5 now. Johansson launches that one down. It's wide of Hammer off the back netting. And that will be how the second period comes to its conclusion. 4-2 to score through 24 minutes of play here at Rizzo. 12 more to come in game 1 of 2 this Wednesday night. It's a 4-2 lead for the Beerwolves. down and 12 to go on this Wednesday night game 1 of 2 at Rizzo Rink. It's a 4-2 lead for the Beer Wolves as they lead the Revolution. 1-6 versus 0-6. The Beer Wolves again fighting for redemption as they look to take on the team that took them down last Monday night by a 6-4 final. We're in line to have a similarly low-scoring game here. 4-2 to score currently through 24. We're 2/3 of the way there. Now waiting for both sides to get reset in the main circle. Probably the earliest that the first game has ever ended, at least in my experience here, as we have the shortened periods. Usually those don't happen until the second game if something's going a little bit late. Not many stoppages in this first game either. Beer Wolves Revolution tied up in the main circle. It's sent back to the way of the Beer Wolf offense where it's scooped up and played by Mingione. Now against the far right, Mingione directing traffic, had a chance in front, but instead keeps it himself. It wasn't a good look as Haney plays it back behind the main line. Haney now in deep, cutting into Fiorillo. Not that fire shot there either. That gives it right back to the far side of things. Where it's played 9-7 of Carruthers. Puts that one off the mark as well. Go all the way back toward Hammer, who's then waved off, and 62 of Mingione's there. Shot clock down all the way to 2 because Mingione fired it wide. Didn't quite get there before the horn either, so it wouldn't have mattered. That is how the third period begins at Rizzo Rink. 4-2 the score remains. 11-10 now on the game clock. Shot on target is denied. Second chance kicked loose and played by the Beer Wolves offense on the far circle. And now the Beer Wolves will drift back in toward their offensive zone. Fiorillo has it in the circle. Fiorillo drives in, pressured out. Good defense played again. Winters to the far side. There's a shot pushed wide. Rebound comes back out in front of the glass near us. A little bit wide. Revolution bench as well. By the track down to Winters, who whips that one off the mark. Second chance is deflected as they caught a piece of Revolution to be Carruthers' stick. It's no matter. It's wide to Johansson. Now Jeffrey Vedder across the midline. Fires to Buckless across the blue line this time. Buckless through near circle. Buckless to the middle. Vedder behind the back stick. Did he score that? He did! Jeff Vedder with a behind the back whip around look, and he cashes in to make it 4-3. That's the first goal we've seen in the game in the last 12 minutes of play. First Revolution goal in the last 14 game minutes. 4-3 now the score. Only one goal was scored in the second period. That was via Mac Ensley 2 minutes in. So finally good to see the air and ice, whatever metaphor you want to use here, break to begin this third frame. One goal marching out of Revolution. Are back within that one for the second time today. Now it's Vedder in the near circle, sends that light high and wide against the far netting, and out of play, so it's back to the Beer Wolves. Mackey, the first man to play it. Mackey winding up, waiting to come across the main line. Now he does. He spins back. Mackey directing traffic to the near circle. He goes into the corner. It's played by Ensley. Ensley driving, shooting, and it's wide off the back of the net behind Johansson. The rebound back to Buckless. And it's taken out of harm's way now by Revolution. Buckless plays the needle and finds Jackson. Now Jackson gives to Fleming. Fleming to Freer. Just outside the main circle, it's Freer. Being pressured out against the Beer Wolf bench. She goes and spins back in space along the near corner and lofted backwards toward Jackson. He couldn't get on it. Rebound toward Jason Jones instead for the Beer Wolves, where it's tried into harm's way and taken away by the Beer Wolves from that field area. And with speed now for Morum. For Morum gets for Winters, which is on the near side board. He finally gets denied. The second chance came short, right down and in front of Johansson. Lined up behind them, behind the net. Play was blown dead as well as on top of the ceiling. 8:01 and taking the play in the third. 4-3 the Beer Wolves lead the Revolution, looking to take advantage here as the ball's knocked away behind Vedder, the more recent goal scorer. And Vedder now plays it in the near circle. Up the floor, Boyles. Boyles into the near circle, back to the top of Freer. Freer with played coverage there, puts that one wide of Hammer. The rebound back to number 19 of Fleming. It is not in time to beat a shot clock violation, the fourth of the day against the Revolution offense today. Only one against the Beer Wolves, so they are getting more efficient. And the side holding a massive advantage now to Nike board. Nike with one hop shot that's over the net off the back netting. For the say last touch by Nike. That was what I initially thought, but Nike was proving his case. They made touch Johansson, but they will say it was off the Beer Wolves, and so the Revolution will take advantage. 7 to go now in the third. Better driving, shooting. It's saved by Hammer, and again, that one and done for the Revolution offense. Moore through the main circle. Takes the give, holds it himself a Morum to the near side of the floor now where it's played by Fiorello. To the near circle and back to the middle, it's Ensley. Ensley, pass the puck there, they get it on Newdown. No one knew where it was for a moment. That was Fleming the chance in front, but Ensley holds it. Behind the back play, it's on target but denied by Johansson. And again, the Revolution goaltender will stand strong. Only 4 goals allowed thus far in what is nearing a 34-minute outing for him. We'll reach 36 before the game is over at 6:20 to play in the third now. Still a 1-goal game. Revolution applying some offensive pressure now. Here on the feed from Jackson. To the far circle he goes. Here, backpedaling. Now back for Jackson. It's in his stick. Wide of Jones had a good chance at it from out of the way. Shot pushed wide. And Hammer will keep his balance and put him there to keep the ball out. Ball, and it's back to the middle. Fiorillo, send that one around. Fiorillo offense is back on. Last Brigada now in the far circle. Last Brigada coming in behind Johansson, back to the middle. Fiorillo a chance in front, denied by Johansson. The rebound back to Vetter. Jeffrey Vetter across the deadline. Speed, has speed and room to work with. He utilizes both here, firing the shot was blocked down and cutting it there by Ensley, in fact. Now keep the ball shy of Hammer. Will ball yet again with 5:10 to play in the third. Ensley takes the sidearm look in the near circle. Ensley fires wide of Johansson, looking to go lower left, but it's past everyone and back in toward the wing arms of Hammer. Hammer rolls that one to the far circle this time. Played and shot on target line. Henry cut the pad of what I believe to be Brandon Reese in front. And that'll help out with the shot from the violation now going against the Beer Wolves. Vetter through the blue line. Gives out wide of Woolers. Woolers he couldn't. Now on one hop from Ensley and streaking in. Now the shot is denied again by Johansson. Standing up save in front as Timothy Clark had an opportunity in front, but neither he nor Ensley to get that one in. 4:30 to play in the third. Buckus. End around the blue line, out wide, now Fleming fires, it's wider than it again, and it's rebounded all the way back, past both benches and in toward Johansson, who'll be the one looking to go after it. Shot clock down at 7, Johansson steps up, fires it all the way down, but wide than it again, and the puck's back in toward the middle with nobody home to put it in. So they'll be getting a 5th violation against the Revolution today. Less than 4 to go in the third, still a 1-goal game, one of the lowest scoring games we've seen. It's a 4-3 score thus far for the shortened period. Still a little bit impressive. Shot from the far circle, now knocked away and sent over the back wall and into the netting. Now possession will stay here with the Beer Wolves, they say. Couldn't quite tell what that ruling was. I guess they say last touch Revolution. So possession again with the Beer Wolves, team in green. A shot pushed wide by Haney. Healing now drops down back in play, but it is blown dead due to that touch. Seems like we'll have an additional call here after the play. Or maybe just a timeout call. So what will be a timeout? No penalty was issued. I thought that was what the case was initially, but it's a timeout called with 3:20 to play in the third. 4-3 to score in favor of the Beer Wolves. going to play now in the third. 4-3 the score remains in favor of the Beer Wolves, a 1-goal margin here. Revolution offense, though, still threatening the Jeffrey Better, the last one to score. The Beer Wolves have not found the back of the net, and now 19 minutes of game action. A low-scoring affair here in Game 1 on Wednesday. And an opportunity late for the Revolution here. The Voiles, then near circle. Shot clock halfway there. Boyle gives it right back, but it's wide again of Fleming. Where it's played all the way back down by Johansson, but it is deemed out of play there. It caught a little bit too much to the wall. Not too much, I mean any of it. So the Blue Wolves offense will now go back on it with 2:45 taking the play in the third. Both goaltenders have played exceptionally well thus far. Johansson needs to make it likely at least one more big save to keep his team within one. Winters the near circle, spinning free. Now Winters back to the middle, wide of him, and having a chance at it there was 92 of Morum. But instead it's played by the Revolution, and up the floor they go with Freer. He already has 2 points today. He's taken down, ball jarred loose. Freer couldn't get it back, and it's taken away by the Beer Wolves this time. Chance in front here as Johansson got sick on enough of Carruthers to keep the ball away from him in net. But it seems like Freer is still down behind the play for Revolution, and he is. Both slowly get up with a visible wing canal against the far boards. Johansson also needing a breather in net, and reasonably so, as it is extremely hot in Rizzo rink. Hotter than it is outside, as there's very little wind getting in. So, congratulations to both of these goaltenders for playing as strong as they are today, as well as they are, but toughing it out through this heat. 2 to go in the third period, 4-3 now the score. Revolution looking to force a shootout, or possibly take over the lead in regulation time, but running low opportunities to do both. As now that one's wide of Butkus, and played against the far boards by Timothy Clark. Clark and the Blue Wolves are back on, and they'll take it up across the main line with Morum cutting into the far circle, back in goal. Can't they score? The Beer Wolves may have put the dagger home early. It's a 5-3 lead with 1:38 to play in the third. And putting home said dagger is Luke Fiorillo and the chance in front, and it's 5-3 Beer Wolves. That ends a nearly 20.5-minute long scoring drought for the Beer Wolf offense, who still is able to brag for the 2-goal lead. 5-3, and they're 98 seconds away from their first victory of 2026. Off the ensuing draw, the Revolution will take it away. Johansson will fire high for a coming Fleming, wide of him, and then wide of 44 of Vetter. Says played by the Beer Wolves with William Murdoch, who can kill as much clock as he wants now. 22 and 21 now on the shot clock, a minute 15 on the game clock. Spagata with the far boards. Spagata patrolling, waiting for an opportunity that does not come yet. Now firing is Fiorillo with a shot knocked down. Winters' second chance in front, again denied. Third opportunity does not come as Johansson's there in the crease. Final minute of play here, regulation time. One last chance for the Revolution to make a push. They trail by 2, 5-3. The Beer Wolves can taste their first win of the season. Butkus, zooming on. Butkus driving to the corner now beneath the shot clock, behind the net. To the top he goes. Vetter with a shot. He scores! A much-needed goal. The Revolution are not dead yet. It is Jeffrey Vetter for the second time today. Adds his name to the score sheet. Two goals into the first and third periods there for the Revolution. Freer had points on both of the first two, and Vetter has both of the second. As they come nearly 10 minutes apart in this third period. So Jeffrey Vetter brings the Revolution back within one. It's a 5-4 score, and the draw is won by the Beer Wolves. Shot clock is barely a factor, only 7 seconds left for executing the play clock and shot clock. Although taken away here by New Revolution, who then give it right back as Ruiz got sick on it. And now the shot clock is reset to a fresh 30. Timeout will be called by the Beer Wolves. That's a costly mistake there on the far boards. The Revolutions, they had a chance to take it away, but instead give it right back with a fresh 30 to the Beer Wolf offense. The Beer Wolves lead 5-4, 25 seconds to play in this third period. We'll see who comes out on top here, whether it be the 0-6 Beer Wolves